Ooh, this house was an East Bay Design Awards nominee. This work accomplished, the work of accomplished women architect duo, Artifact Collaborative. This new construction home here in the Berkeley Hills is a flexible, family-friendly abode that has been meticulously designed and built down to its last gorgeous detail. Nest House, named for its floating wing connected to the house by a glass bridge, is both beautiful in form and robust in construction detailing. Conceived with sustainability in mind, this all-electric home started with a passive solar thermal design and sitting to emphasize connection to the land. Featuring 5 bedrooms and 4.5 baths, this 3,583 square foot home includes a green roof, heat pump for heating and cooling, solar PV system, 240 volt EV car charger location, pre-plumbed for a whole home backup battery, period. Constructed with the most meticulous design tolerances and incorporating the last seismic design, robust piers, and slab on-grade foundation. Steel moment frames, fire-hardened construction with a fire sprinkler system, a convenient and inspiring location, situated just above Codornis's Park and Gourmet Gulch. Love it. Good job, guys. So let me know what you think. You know what I'm going to think. This place is amazing. What's up, fam? Matthew Sewell, your real estate plug, and we are back with another episode of Spin the Block, where I give you a full 360 tour of interesting streets, neighborhoods, and homes. Yes, this is a 360 video, so if you're using a VR headset, you can feel just like you're running around with me. And if you're using a phone or a tablet, feel free to use your finger to scroll about the screen so you can see wherever you want the camera to show, or you can just tilt it or move it around. All right, so with that being said, before we jump in the car, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions at any time, do not hesitate to hit me up. All right, let's go. Buckle up for a vibrant East Bay urban adventure from Oakland's Grand Lake District to the Berkeley Hills. In roughly 20 minutes, we will journey just 6 miles from a bustling Oakland neighborhood onto Interstate 580, then California 24, and finally up winding roads to panoramic Cragmont in Berkeley. Along the way, each turn reveals deeper history, diverse architecture, and the cultural evolution of these East Bay communities. Let's hit the road on this Spin the Block drive through Oakland and Berkeley, leaving Grand Lake, Oakland's historic gateway. Our journey begins in Oakland's Grand Lake District at the northeast corner of Lake Merritt, right on the border of the small city of Piedmont. As we pull onto Grand Avenue, the vintage neon marquee of the Grand Lake Theater looms nearby, a 1926 movie palace that still anchors this neighborhood. In the early 20th century, streetcars ran along Grand, the key system's number. 12 line served this route until 1948, and one can imagine the clatter of trolleys mixed with the buzz of vaudeville crowds back in the day. Just to the south lies Lake Merritt, shimmering through the trees. In 1870, this lake became the first official wildlife refuge in the United States, a testament to Oakland's early commitment to nature, even amid urban growth. Today, Grand Lake is an incredibly vibrant hub of cafes, boutiques, and one of the East Bay's biggest farmers markets. The area has seen cycles of boom, bust, and revival. Property values surged in the 1920s, dipped mid-century, and rose again in recent decades as new restaurants and shops moved in. This mix of old and new is evident as we drive past historic Art Deco storefronts alongside modern eateries. To our right, up the hill, are the stately homes of Piedmont. To our left, down toward the lake, is Lakeside Park's entrance with its gardens. It is a microcosm of Oakland's diversity and change. With that taste of history, we are ready to hit the freeway. We merge onto the on-ramp for a 580 west, leaving the neighborhood streets behind. Leaving Grand Avenue, we merge onto Interstate 580 West, also known as the MacArthur Freeway. Built in the 1960s, this highway cuts across Oakland's foothills, speeding us westward. Almost immediately, the pace quickens and the cityscape opens up. To our left, south, downtown Oakland's high-rises peak above the tree line, and beyond them lies the busy port of Oakland with its giant cranes. To the right, north, the wooded Oakland hills run parallel to us. Despite being a major artery, this section of I-580 is unusually calm, thanks to a long-standing truck ban that keeps heavy big rigs off these lanes. Local residents fought for that ban, making 581 of the only Bay Area freeways without truck traffic. In fact, this freeway's lush landscaping won a National Highway Beautification Award in 1969. The result is a smoother, quieter ride with mostly cars swishing by. As we cruise along, we pass above neighborhoods like Adams Point and Mosswood without seeing them, separated by sound walls. The freeway here was designed to carry traffic swiftly through the city, but it also bypasses the street life below. In a minute or two, we are skirting the edge of the massive interchange nicknamed the MacArthur Maze, where traffic to San Francisco via I-80 and San Jose via I-880 splits off. We will not fully enter the maze today. Instead, we stay left to follow signs for State Route 24 east toward Berkeley. The transition is smooth but symbolic. We are about to swap the east-west 580 for the northeast trajectory of Highway 24, heading into a different chapter of Oakland's story. Our ramp from 580 merges into California State Route 24 East, locally called the Grove Shafter Freeway, named after Grove Street, now Martin Luther King Jr. Way, and Shafter Avenue. We are now heading northeast. The freeway here is elevated, giving us a brief panorama. To the right, the Temescal District's bungalows and the green campus of Oakland Tech High School. To the left, the elegant homes of Rock Ridge. This stretch of highway opened in the late 1960s and was the last piece of Oakland's freeway puzzle. Its construction was controversial as it required removing homes along Grove Street. Today, the legacy is a speedy route that also literally paved over what was once a surface road below. For a moment, we ride alongside the BART tracks. You will see trains running in the median. The designers of Route 24 cleverly integrated the Bay Area rapid transit line here, linking Oakland to Berkeley and beyond. In the distance ahead, the Oakland Hills loom where the Caldecott Tunnel burrows through. But we will not go that far. Our exit is coming up in North Oakland. We prepare to exit at Martin Luther King Jr. Way/51st Street, which will drop us back into the city grid. As we glide down the off-ramp, notice how quickly we transition from the freeway's broad concrete sweep into the close-knit fabric of a neighborhood. We are about to explore the historic heart of North Oakland along Martin Luther King Jr. We are now on Martin Luther King Jr. Way, historically Grove Street. This North Oakland stretch was a center of civil rights activism in the 1960s. Just a few blocks south of here, at 57th Street, stood the old Merritt College campus. It was there that students Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale first met and, inspired by the times, founded the Black Panther Party in 1966. As we drive through 55th and 56th Streets, we pass a humble bakery called It's All Good. This was the Black Panthers' first office back in 1967. Today, the bakery keeps the memory alive with photos of Panther members and newspaper clippings on its walls. Imagine the energy here in the late 60s. Locals organizing community patrols and free breakfast programs for kids. Radical acts of service that started right on these blocks. North Oakland at that time was a predominantly African-American community. The Black Panthers arose from both the pride and the pain felt in neighborhoods like this, dealing with poverty and policing injustices. As you look around now, you will see signs of change. Renovated bungalows, trendy cafes tucked in among old churches and barbershops. Over the decades, many Black families were priced out or moved away, and newer residents have come in. A story of gentrification that echoes across Oakland. Yet the legacy of this area endures. Street banners and murals honor figures like Huey Newton, and every Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Volunteers still gather on this street for cleanups and celebrations of community. Driving north, Martin Luther King Jr. Way is a straight shot toward Berkeley. The closer we get to the city border at Alcatraz Avenue, the more the environment begins to shift. The asphalt has barely cooled from the imprint of Oakland's history, and we are already approaching a new chapter. The city of Berkeley lies ahead. Crossing into Berkeley, a change in scenery. Crossing Alcatraz Avenue, we leave Oakland and enter Berkeley. The contrast is immediate. The wide boulevard of Martin Luther King Jr. Way continues, but the vibe shifts. There are more bicycles, more trees arching overhead, and a general slowing of pace. One writer described it as like the moment in The Wizard of Oz when the film changes from black and white to color. In Berkeley, suddenly you notice yoga studios, community parks, and tidy homes with well-tended gardens. The average house price here is roughly double what it was at Martin Luther King's more industrial Oakland end, reflecting the relative affluence. We are now in South Berkeley, an area that historically was more working class and African American, with a rich blues and barbecue scene mid-20th century. But over time, Berkeley's prosperity has grown around us. As we drive north through intersections like Ashby Avenue and Dwight Way, we see signs of Berkeley's character, cooperative grocery stores, colorful political murals, and people of all ages on bicycles. The street signs on Martin Luther King Jr. Way here even carry Dr. King's portrait, a local touch at nearly every corner. A few blocks to our right is the campus of Berkeley High School and Civic Center Park, where weekly farmers markets are held. To our left, a few blocks west, is the historic Berkeley Bowl Market and the Ashby BART station, known for its weekend flea market. We are skimming the edge of downtown Berkeley's civic area, but soon we will veer away from the busy center. Approaching Rose Street at the northern end of Martin Luther King Jr. Way, the surroundings are neat and quiet. Small businesses like a famous toy shop, Mr. Mops's, signal that we are in a family-friendly part of town. We have traversed about 6 miles on Martin Luther King. From where we started, and the transformation along that stretch has been dramatic. Now, with Berkeley's Central District behind us, it is time to head east toward the hills, Rose Street and North Berkeley, gourmet roots and revival. We turn right onto Rose Street, a quiet tree-lined road that cuts east into North Berkeley. This area is sometimes called the Gourmet Ghetto, famed for its contribution to California cuisine. Just a block south on Shattuck Avenue is Chez Panisse, the restaurant that Alice Waters opened in 1971 and which sparked the farm-to-table movement. The presence of Chez Panisse and other culinary landmarks, like the Cheeseboard Collective and gourmet shops, earned the neighborhood its nickname. As we drive along Rose, the aroma of fresh bread and coffee from nearby cafes mingles with the scent of jasmine and redwood in the yards. Rose Street is primarily residential, and the homes here reflect Berkeley's layered history. Many are charming brown shingle cottages or craftsman bungalows from the early 1900s, while others are stucco Mediterraneans or Tudor-style houses built in the late 1920s. The reason for that mix? In September 1923, a catastrophic wildfire swept through North Berkeley, destroying hundreds of homes. Though the community rebuilt quickly, often in architectural styles popular at the time. Spanish colonial, English Tudor, and storybook cottage. Designs considered more fire-resistant, with their stucco walls and tiled roofs. As you look at the houses along rows, you might notice that many on one block have those 1920s European-inspired facades, while a few older wooden structures that survived the fire or were built after are interspersed. This patchwork tells the story of a neighborhood rising from the ashes. We cross Shattuck Avenue, the heart of North Berkeley's shopping district, and continue past Live Oak Park, a beloved community green space with a trickling creek. It is a reminder that even in the city, nature is never far away in Berkeley. We are also only a few blocks north of the UC Berkeley campus here, so professors and scholars have long made this area their home. The intellectual atmosphere mixes with the culinary one. Bookshops and cafes where debates and ideas flow as freely as the coffee. Rose Street begins to slope upward as we head east. At Spruce Street, we make a left turn to start our climb into the Berkeley Hills. Turning up Spruce Street, we begin a steep ascent into the Berkeley Hills. The urban grid gives way to winding roads and lush foliage. Here, the architecture is dictated by the landscape. Many houses almost seem to grow out of the hillsides and boulders, reflecting Berkeley naturalist Charles Keeler's ideal of the simple home that blends with nature. This philosophy was championed by the Hillside Club at the turn of the 20th century, an artists group including Keeler and architect Bernard Maybeck, who urged builders to use unpainted redwood and design structures to hug the terrain. As a result, Spruce Street is lined with brown shingle craftsman homes and rustic cabins tucked among trees, as well as later mid-century homes with big glass windows to capture views. The higher we climb, the more spectacular the glimpses westward. Between the houses, you will catch slivers of the San Francisco Bay and, on a very clear day, the Golden Gate Bridge in the distance. These vistas are why so many professors and creatives chose to live up here. One can easily imagine a scholar in a hillside study, gazing out at the sunset over the bay after a day on campus. Spruce Street itself was laid out to be a fire break after the 1923 fire, which is why it is wider than many hill roads. This also makes it a favored route for locals heading up to scenic overlooks. We pass intersecting streets like Marin Avenue, a straight steep route up the hill, and enter a zone of even quieter winding lanes. The street names up here often honor literary figures. We will soon see Bret Harte named after the author. The neighborhood grows more secluded as we ascend. When Spruce finally meets Keith Avenue, we turn right onto the narrow lane, leaving the main route for a more intimate path through the upper hills. Winding through Keith Avenue and Bret Harte Road. Once on Keith Avenue, the ambiance is serene. The road narrows and winds between hillside homes and thick stands of trees. With fewer through cars, we are coasting through a forested neighborhood. Just north of here lies Indian Rock Park, where huge volcanic boulders rise from backyards. The local Ohlone people once used those rocks as mortars, grinding acorns into mash on the stone surfaces. A humbling reminder that this seemingly quiet suburb sits on ancient indigenous land. Keith Avenue curves and weaves, soon meeting Bret Harte Road. We turn left onto Bret Harte, a final upward stretch named for the famed California writer. Homes along these roads perch on stilts or hug the slopes, often with decks jutting out over canyon-like terrain. Many were built in the mid-20th century, taking advantage of stunning view lots that earlier developers had not tackled. You will notice plenty of glass. These houses were designed to bring the outside in, offering sweeping views from living rooms. As we follow Bret Harte Road, every twist offers a new vantage point. One moment, you are enclosed by eucalyptus and oak trees. The next, a gap between houses reveals a breathtaking expanse of the bay below. The air is cooler and carries the scent of bay laurel and pine. This is a world apart from the city bustle we started in. Even though downtown Berkeley is only a couple of miles behind us, up here it feels like a mountain retreat. It is no wonder that generations of Berkeley residents, professors, artists, scientists, have made their homes in these hills, drawn by the tranquility and inspiration of the setting. Bret Harte Road bends northward and climbs a bit more, and then we see our final turn ahead onto Cragmont Avenue. We are nearing the summit of our route where a grand payoff awaits. Cragmont Avenue, panoramic finale. Finally, we turn onto Cragmont Avenue, cruising along the ridge. We soon reach a viewpoint near Cragmont Rock Park, our journey's end. Stepping out of the car, we are greeted by a panorama that takes the breath away. Spread out below is the entire Bay Area, the city of Berkeley nestled in greenery at our feet, Oakland further south, and across the glittering bay waters, the skyline of San Francisco, and the orange peaks of the Golden Gate Bridge. On clear evenings, you might even see the sun dipping into the Pacific beyond Marin's Hills, Mount Tamalpais. In total, we drove only about 6 miles, starting at my favorite gas station on Grand Avenue in Oakland, hopping onto E580 West, then CA24 East, exiting onto MLK Jr. Way, and finally winding through the Berkeley Hills via Rose Street, Spruce Street, Keith Avenue, and Bret Harte Road to reach Cragmont Avenue. And what a journey it was. In just one short trip, we have glimpsed over a century of Bay Area history and change. From the 1870s, Lake Merritt's designation as the first wildlife refuge in the nation, to the 1960s, civil rights and free speech protests, to the 1970s, Berkeley's farm-to-table revolution. Along the way, we passed through neighborhoods that embodied the Bay Area's history, from Black Panther landmarks in North Oakland to the birthplace of California cuisine in North Berkeley, witnessing how freeways reshaped communities and how residents fought to preserve their neighborhoods. We even saw the architecture evolve, from Victorian and craftsman houses in the flats to storybook cottages and modern dwellings in the hills, each era leaving its mark. Looking out from this peak, it is easy to appreciate how Oakland and Berkeley, though neighboring, each developed their own character. Oakland showed us resilience, activism, and innovation, born of diversity. Berkeley showed us idealism, academic culture, and a blend of nature with city life. Both cities championed progressive ideas that rippled far beyond their borders, whether it was the Panthers' call for justice or Berkeley's free speech and culinary revolutions. And just like that, we've made it to 1158 Cragmont Avenue, tucked away in the beautiful Berkeley Hills. Take a second to soak in the surroundings, the crisp hillside air, the panoramic views stretching across the bay, and the quiet charm of this tucked away neighborhood. We're about to step inside and see what this home has to offer, so stick around for that. But don't worry, we're not done yet. After checking out the property, we're hopping back in the Matmobile to cruise around and break down more of what makes this area so special, its history, the architecture, and the hidden gems you won't want to miss. Stay tuned, because this ride is far from over. So, yeah, this is it. This is brand new. I wonder if they're doing all of these? Oh man, that's crazy. Okay, I will put booties on, and I've got my stand. Yo, these are fire. I'm gonna meet this guy. Excuse me, sir. I wonder if this is the same guy that did the one on 55th Street. I feel like similar design. I'm putting on the booties, putting them on. All right. There we go. Boom. All right, so this house is brand new. Brand new, and I guess according to the agent, they're still living here while they're doing a few other projects in the area, kind of using it as a home office. Okay, this is your garage. This is your garage, and what goes here? I don't know what goes here, but I imagine some kind of charger. I don't know why that's what I'm imagining, but that's what it feels like. Ooh, look at these lights. All right, so this is brand new, just built 2024, and this view is crazy. cannot wait to show you the view, but I do want to make sure that the scratch, what is that? It's fine, we'll live. I'm gonna get a new one of these because the new one just came out. All right, so this is a 5-bed, 4.5 bath home, single family home with 3,500 square feet, 3,583, and 6,500 square feet on the lot. So it is a measurable size home, and the lot is also a pretty good size too. And yeah, I can't wait to show this to you because I am in love. I saw the listing last week. This is a shower. This tile is crazy. Also, full disclosure, I am learning being more intentional about what materials are being used in the homes because I absolutely should know. I spent the first, handful of years in learning the proper ways to help people buy and sell. And now that I've acquired some expertise in that, I want to focus more on the, not moron, because moron, not moron, but I also want to focus on, the materials that are being used because I think that's extremely valuable. We've got 2 decks. Well, that justifies, look at this view. This is crazy. I think it justifies the price. You know what's funny? These homes, that's the same. Oh, that's crazy. These kind of feel like shipping containers to me. And I love shipping containers, by the way. So, Mr. Builder, if you're listening to this, this is what it just reminds me of, shipping containers, but I absolutely love it. It feels very industrial and modern. And I absolutely love that, more so than I do the other styles of homes. Modern homes, rigid lines. All of my cars are very rigid and straight, except for my Miata. But I love the straight lines and the rigidity of it. So yeah, let's turn this. We'll turn this off. That view is crazy. Actually, you know what I should do? I should make this my thumbnail. I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. You're gonna watch the thumbnail happen. Okay, stay. Don't you move. Maybe I'll make a. Yeah, because this house is crazy. This view is crazy too. I think maybe I do another closer one. This is crazy, and I'm outside in my booties. Don't tell anybody. I'm outside in the booties. Oh, I feel like it'd be funny if that door locked on its own. All right, there we go. Locked. Yeah, I love it. I love see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that I want to do. I love helping people buy and sell, but I can't wait till I can start building. We've got your AC, your HVAC. I love how they do that in the floors. It's brilliant. Oh my goodness. This house is incredible. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Yo, whose house is this, right? Like, at 4.5, it's not mine. At least not yet. But whose house is this? Like, who is like, you know what? This makes sense. This is chump change. Ooh, what's this? Storage? Love that. Feels like a safe room a little bit. But I know it's not, because it's very visible. Large storage room. Oh, there we go. That makes sense. Here, let me show you. Good job, Scott. Large storage room, wine room location. Uh-huh. And they got it all set up. This is definitely a wine room. Built to suit. Yep. Got the little sprinkler system in here. I like it. This is your media center. This is your coat closet. Well, because there's not, I guess there's not in that front area. So this is the closest thing to your coat closet. What's this up here? Oh, I like it because I can reach it. Now those ones up there, that's another story. This place is crazy. Yeah, price tag on this is $4.5. So here, I'll give you a little, I'll give you some information. You ready? Would you like to sit down with a view? Just sit down with a view. So, this house is an East Bay Design Awards nominee. I need to go. If they have like they should have, and this is gonna sound crazy because I'm saying this publicly. I don't know if it's a public thing, but I should start going, and I'm going to. This work accomplished, the work of accomplished women architect duo, Artifact Collaborative. This new construction home here in the Berkeley Hills is a flexible, family-friendly abode that has been meticulously designed and built down to its last gorgeous detail. Nest House, named for its floating wing connected to the house by a glass bridge, is both beautiful in form and robust in construction detailing. Conceived with sustainability in mind, this all-electric home started with a passive solar thermal design and sitting to emphasize connection to the land. Featuring 5 bedrooms and 4.5 baths, this 3,583 square foot home includes a green roof, heat pump for heating and cooling, solar PV system, 240 volt EV car charger location, pre-plumbed for a whole home backup battery, period. Constructed with the most meticulous design tolerances, they use the word meticulous in here twice, design tolerances and incorporating the last seismic design, robust piers and slab on-grade foundation, steel moment frames, fire-hardened construction with a fire sprinkler system, a convenient and inspiring location, situated just above Codornices Park and Gourmet Gulch. I should know how to say that, but I don't. I pretend like English is my second language sometimes. This is almost 4.6. So yeah, they did I have this paper. They did a really good job with this design and the materials. And although I don't know all of them individually, I can see wood. And look at this big sliding door. How does this open? I'm unsure, but it feels like, oh, here we go. Am I smarter than the door? Be smarter than the door. There we go. Woo! Look at that. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, this is so nice. Yep. And they chopped this tree too to make room for the view. I can dig it. This is that floating wing that they were talking about. Let's go see that. Oh, and they got the little outdoor swings. You know, it's funny, throughout this video, you'll see me like thinking of, oh. Okay, here we go. Thinking of, there we go. Hey, all right. Thinking of thumb. There we go. There we go, got it. Thumb tiles for my pictures. Ooh. this is nice. This is nice. This would be an amazing Airbnb. This would be absolutely amazing. Uh-huh. I love it. Good job, guys. Said, let me know what you think. You know what I'm going to think. This place is amazing. A little spider up there. What's up, bud? What was the Charlotte's Web? I would like to see these plans. What do these plans look like? Because why is there a yoga? Is this supposed to be a yoga room? I could see this being a yoga room. Specifically for yoga activities and meditation. I would meditate. I almost feel like meditating right now. All right, we're going down. Oh, do you want to see the fridge? Ooh, don't mind if I do. That's strawberry. Nope, no thank you. Would like this. Oh, sparkling mango. We'll do this. These are for the open house. All right, we are now downstairs on what I believe to be the lowerest of the lower levels. And this bedroom is incredible. You've got views from every room. You can't get out from here though, but you can open this window like pretty wide. I'm not gonna do that. I should put this back up there so I don't have to carry this around. I was gonna try and drink it now, but I think I'll wait. Yeah, heavy on the industrial because of the floors. You got this, you know, stone flooring, very concretey. And all the showers have the same design of tiles, even though they're in different colors, which I like. Yep. Oh, this is so cool. Let's see that. Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. This light, no, you don't want to turn on? It's all the way up. Interesting. That's an interesting light. Okay. I'll turn that off. I like it. Do these open? Nope, those are just hanging. All right. Here, I'll show you the light. Ooh. I'm thoroughly impressed. Put this in my back pocket. I do want some, I'm really thirsty. I was thinking that on the way over here. I am thirsty. These pretzels are making me thirsty. All right, so we're gonna go out there next. Let's cut some of these lights on. Oh, I love that. I know the whole video is just me. Oh, I love that. Oh, this is so cool. Look at these lights. What kind of lights do they use? Little LED strips. I wonder what the life expectancy is on these. And how do they connect? Because, you know, I have a few, no, I imagine they're not exactly the same, but the concept is the same and they will go out. So I wonder what the life expectancy is on these. They look really good though. Really, really good, really cool. Really, really cool. All right, let's see here. Oh, little accent lights, more accent lights. Okay, so this is probably these rooms. Oh, no, you still got a little view. A little view from here. Shared bathroom. Yep. Yep. I wish I had showed you Vedad's. Vedad's build bath hinge stop. Oh, okay. Hinge stop. Okay. Yep. I wish I'd showed you Vedad's bathroom. Vedad has a similar countertop. It's like some type of black stone. Light off in there. See what kind of closet is this? What is this right here? Little pantry. Not pantry, but a little linen closet. Uh-huh. Is this where the washer and dryer go? I have not seen the spot for the washer and dryer yet, but I know they're not far. Here it is. There it is. There it is. I was like, I know it's not far. So what, is this table adjustable? What do you expect people to do with this table? I need answers. The table gets moved. Because how are you connecting your washer and dryer if that table's there? The table gets moved. That table does not stay. Okay, I like it. Let's cut this light. And we're gonna go outside. And there's AstroTurf out there. And if you know me, you know I love AstroTurf. Why? I don't know, it's consistent. It helps the earth, I think. Until I see a study that says something about the chemicals in here being harmful, which, you know, could possibly be a thing. Oh no. What? How am I shoot? Oh, this is wet. Oh no. Well, I did put on booties. I tried. I did. This is really cool. You probably have deer coming up here trying to, you know, say what's up. Yep, probably see him from that window. Look at this. Yep. Yep, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. That's my phone. This feels really good out here. It is a little chilly, but that's just, you know, the season of it. But having these chairs, this little view, this nice ass house, excuse me, this extremely nice house, it feels really good. And I appreciate the construction. Look, they even did the underneath. Oh, with the lights. Where are those lights at? Okay. So should I put the booties back on? The kind of wet booties? Are my feet wet? My feet don't appear to be wet. Put you right here while I lock this door. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this one is soaked. Well, I'm just gonna apologize. This booty is soaked, but my feet don't appear to be wet. So just, you know, I tried. I did try. Yeah, it makes sense that this is two women architects. I need to meet these women. I would like to meet these women. This is incredible. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay, let's cut these lights. Let's cut these lights. I love all the accent lights. Good job. Good job, gals. I love it. All right. Oh, that one was on. That will stay on. Yep. We've got these like floating stairs. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. These stairs are crazy. I'm taking notes. I am taking notes. Again, I'm sorry that I don't have booties on, but my booties are wet. This looks really good. Yeah, the views here are crazy. Photos, videos, floor plans. Yeah, this feels really good. I really, really like the design. Oh, is that a light? I do want to see what that light looks like when it's on. Well, clearly it's not that. Oh, there it is. It's controlling these lights in here. Good job. Okay, so how do I turn that light on? Hey, light on. There's no way it's not a light, right? Okay, here we go. Uh-huh. Look at that. Now that's mood lighting. Get the little settings off. Right. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I knew I was gonna like it, but I didn't know what was inside. I just saw the outside and was like, I have to go see this thing. So I showed you the back. I showed you from both of the decks. I'm gonna cut this light. These stairs do not float, but are still remarkable. I had booties on, for the record. For the record, I had booties on. Yeah, we're not gonna do that, but I will put these booties in here. Maybe I'll hang them so they can dry on the side, so that they know I tried. I did try. All right, great. Well, this place is nothing short of incredible. All right. A little Ring camera. Yep. Your mailbox. Oh, interesting. Is that supposed to be like that? These feel even. This one, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but it is. I love it anyways. This garage door is crazy. Yeah, they did a really good job, and it smells good. It smells very natural, very nature-y, very nature-y. Yeah, this is probably my favorite part. All right, well, thank you for joining me. This has been great. If you have any questions on this one or anything else that you've seen or anything that I've said, do not hesitate to give me a call or shoot me a message. My name is Matthew Sewell. I am your real estate plug, and I'm here with you and for you. Peace. Back in the car, let's go. This thing is crazy. Leaving the Heights, the history and significance of Grizzly Peak Boulevard. As we embark on our journey from Cragmont Avenue, nestled in Berkeley's Northside neighborhood, we find ourselves in an area steeped in rich history and architectural significance. This neighborhood, originally known as Daly's Scenic Park, was subdivided in 1889 by George Phelps and later purchased by banker Frank M. Wilson. It holds the distinction of being the oldest residential area in the Berkeley Hills. In the 1890s, this area saw the rise of Victorian homes, marking the beginning of its residential development. By 1895, renowned architect Bernard Maybeck began designing brown shingle houses here, with steep roofs that harmonize with the hilly terrain. These designs were part of the first Bay region tradition, an architectural style that emphasized harmony with nature and simplicity. The residents' commitment to preserving the natural beauty of the hills led to the formation of the Hillside Club in 1898. This group aimed to protect the area from unsightly grading and unsuitable buildings, reflecting the principles of the arts and crafts movement. Prominent members included Maybeck, author Charles Keeler, and journalist Frank Morton Todd. As we navigate the winding roads of this historic neighborhood, we encounter architectural gems that have withstood the test of time. Notable landmarks include the Charles Keeler House and Studio and the Hillside Club itself, both exemplifying the area's architectural heritage. Our route leads us to Grizzly Peak Boulevard, a road that not only offers breathtaking vistas, but also carries historical weight. The boulevard traces the ridgeline of the Berkeley Hills, providing panoramic views of the Bay Area. Constructed in 1932, it was initially developed as an access road for fire crews. However, its scenic allure quickly made it a favorite among locals, seeking leisurely drives and tourists yearning for expansive views of the Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco skyline, and the Bay's shimmering waters. The name Grizzly Peak pays homage to the California grizzly bear, a species that once roamed these hills in great numbers. These majestic creatures symbolized the untamed wilderness of California. Unfortunately, due to habitat loss and conflicts with settlers during the Gold Rush era, the California grizzly bear was driven to extinction in the wild by the early 20th century. The last recorded sighting in the East Bay was in the 1860s. Today, the grizzly bear remains a symbol of strength and resilience, proudly displayed on California's state flag. Driving along Grizzly Peak Boulevard, one can't help but appreciate the foresight of early conservationists and planners who sought to balance development with the preservation of natural beauty. The road has witnessed countless sunrises and sunsets, offering ever-changing vistas that reflect the dynamic nature of the Bay Area's landscape. Whether shrouded in the ethereal morning fog or bathed in the golden hues of dusk, the views from Grizzly Peak Boulevard continue to inspire and captivate all who traverse it. The descent into Tilden, Regional Park, and Eucalyptus Grove origins. As we continue our journey along Grizzly Peak Boulevard, we approach Tilden Regional Park, a sprawling expanse of over 2,000 acres that has served as a natural sanctuary for Bay Area residents since its establishment in 1936. Named after Charles Lee Tilden, the first president of the East Bay Regional Park District, Tilden Park offers a diverse range of recreational activities and natural habitats. The park boasts an array of attractions, from serene hiking trails that meander through oak woodlands and grasslands to the enchanting Tilden Park Merry-Go-Round, a historic carousel dating back to 1911. Families have long cherished visits to the little farm, where children can interact with farm animals, and the park's numerous picnic areas have been the backdrop for countless gatherings and celebrations. An intriguing aspect of Tilden Park's landscape is the presence of extensive eucalyptus groves. These towering trees, native to Australia, were introduced to California in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Developers and landowners planted eucalyptus trees with the intention of cultivating a fast-growing source of timber. However, the wood proved unsuitable for construction purposes, leading to the abandonment of these plantations. Over time, the eucalyptus groves expanded, becoming a distinctive, albeit controversial, feature of the East Bay's ecology. The introduction of eucalyptus has sparked debates among environmentalists, ecologists, and fire management officials. While the trees add a unique aesthetic to the landscape, their high oil content makes them highly flammable, posing significant fire hazards. This concern is particularly poignant given the history of wildfires in the region, including the devastating 1923 Berkeley fire, which consumed approximately 640 structures. The fire began in Wildcat Canyon, near present-day Tilden Park, underscoring the importance of vigilant land and fire management practices. Despite these challenges, Tilden Regional Park remains a cherished green space, offering urban dwellers a respite from city life and a chance to connect with nature. The park's diverse ecosystems support a variety of wildlife, from deer and rabbits to numerous bird species, making it a haven for nature enthusiasts and bird watchers alike. The Caldecott Tunnel, a game changer for the East Bay. Continuing our descent, we approach the western entrance of the Caldecott Tunnel, a pivotal infrastructure element that has significantly influenced the development and connectivity of the East Bay region. This tunnel facilitates the passage of State Route 24 through the Berkeley Hills, linking Oakland to communities in Contra Costa County, such as Orinda and Walnut Creek. Early transportation challenges and the need for a tunnel. Before the construction of the Caldecott Tunnel, traversing the Berkeley Hills was a formidable task. Travelers relied on routes like Harwoods Road, later known as Claremont Avenue, which involved steep and winding paths that were not only time-consuming but also hazardous, especially during inclement weather. The need for a more efficient passage became evident as the population in the East Bay grew and commerce expanded. The original Twin Bores construction and features. The idea of a tunnel through the Berkeley Hills dates back to the 19th century, but it wasn't until the early 20th century that concrete plans materialized. Construction of the first two bores, known as the Broadway Low-Level Tunnel, began in 1929 under the guidance of architect Henry H. Myers, who designed the Art Deco medallions adorning the tunnel entrances. Despite the economic challenges of the Great Depression, the project progressed, providing much-needed employment opportunities. The Twin Bores were completed and open to traffic on December 5, 1937, each measuring approximately 3,610 feet in length and accommodating 2 lanes of traffic. Impact on regional development. The opening of the Caldecott Tunnel revolutionized transportation in the East Bay. It transformed Contra Costa County from a predominantly agricultural area into burgeoning suburban communities by providing a direct and reliable route between Oakland and the inland regions. This accessibility spurred residential and commercial development, leading to the rapid growth of suburbs such as Orinda, Lafayette, and Walnut Creek. Subsequent expansions, the third and fourth bores. As vehicular traffic increased post-World War II, the original Twin Bores struggled to accommodate the volume, leading to congestion and delays. To alleviate this, a third bore was constructed and opened in 1964, adding additional capacity and introducing modern safety features. However, by the late 20th and early 21st centuries, traffic demands once again exceeded capacity, prompting the construction of a fourth bore. This latest addition, completed in 2013, now allows for 2 dedicated bores for each direction of traffic, significantly improving flow and reducing commute times. Engineering challenges and safety enhancements. Building tunnels through the geologically complex Berkeley Hills presented numerous challenges. Engineers had to contend with varying rock formations and the presence of the active Hayward Fault near the western portal. Advanced engineering techniques and continuous safety evaluations have been integral to the tunnel's operations. Notably, in 1982, a tragic fire in the third bore, caused by a gasoline tanker accident, resulted in 7 fatalities and underscored the importance of stringent safety protocols. This incident led to enhanced safety measures, including improved ventilation systems and restrictions on hazardous materials transport through the tunnel, cultural and economic significance. Beyond its functional role, the Caldecott Tunnel holds cultural significance for the region. It symbolizes the connection between diverse communities and has been featured in various literary and artistic works. Economically, the tunnel has been a catalyst for growth, facilitating commerce and contributing to the East Bay's development as a vibrant metropolitan area. Entering Oakland via Highway 24, a city of neighborhoods. Emerging from the eastern portal of the Caldecott Tunnel, we transition from the serene landscapes of the Berkeley Hills into the dynamic urban environment of Oakland. Our journey along Highway 24 takes us through some of the city's most distinctive neighborhoods, each with its own unique history and character. Rockridge, a blend of history and modernity. Our first stop is Rockridge, a neighborhood that seamlessly marries historic charm with contemporary vibrancy. Established in the early 1900s, Rockridge was initially developed as a residential area catering to the burgeoning middle class. The neighborhood's name is derived from the rocky outcroppings found in the area, and it was historically centered around the highlands between Temescal and Claremont Canyons, architectural landscape and development. Rockridge is renowned for its diverse architectural styles, including craftsman bungalows, Tudor revival homes, and Mediterranean-inspired villas. In the 1920s, the Rockridge Park development was marketed as a more affordable alternative to upscale neighborhoods like Claremont and Piedmont. However, it's important to acknowledge that during this period, racially restrictive covenants were imposed, prohibiting the sale of properties to African Americans, Asians, and other minority groups. These discriminatory practices have had long-lasting impacts on the neighborhood's demographic composition, commercial hub, and community life. Today, Rockridge's commercial district, centered along College Avenue, is a bustling hub of activity. Lined with an array of boutiques, cafes, restaurants, and bookstores, it reflects the neighborhood's eclectic and upscale character. The presence of the Rockridge BART station has further enhanced accessibility, making it a desirable location for both residents and businesses. The neighborhood's tree-lined streets and well-maintained public spaces contribute to its reputation as one of Oakland's most livable areas. Temescal, a tapestry of cultures. Continuing our journey, we enter Temescal, one of Oakland's oldest and most storied neighborhoods. Temescal's very name comes from the indigenous term, Temescal, referring to sweat lodges used by Native American tribes. This historical note is a reminder of the land's deep cultural roots, long before European settlement. In the late 1800s, waves of Italian and Portuguese immigrants arrived here. Attracted by job opportunities in the rail yards and local industry, these communities brought with them rich traditions in food, music, and art, which have since fused with the existing cultural tapestry of Oakland. Strolling through Temescal today, you'll notice a blend of old world charm and modern vibrancy. Historic structures share space with trendy cafes and artisanal bakeries. Local murals celebrate the neighborhood's multicultural heritage, while community gardens and pop-up markets evoke a sense of unity and resilience. For instance, the annual Temescal Street Fair, an event that began as a modest gathering of neighbors, has grown into a celebration of local music, craft, and cuisine that draws visitors from across the Bay Area. Such events not only foster community spirit, but also serve as living archives of Temescal's evolution over time. Temescal is also home to several long-standing institutions. Among these, a century-old family-run trattoria still serves traditional Italian dishes passed down through generations. Next door, a small corner store, now transformed into an urban art gallery, offers exhibits that explore the social and political changes that have shaped Oakland. Walking these streets, you can almost feel the echo of the neighborhood's history, a history that speaks of both struggle and triumph as the community navigated industrial growth, civil rights movements, and eventual gentrification. As we continue along Highway 24, the character of Oakland unfolds like a well-worn novel, each page filled with anecdotes of the past and aspirations for the future. The streets are not just thoroughfares for vehicles, they are living histories, where every building, every mural, and every park bench tells a story. The architecture, too, is a mix of eras. Elegant Victorian homes with ornate details, mid-century modern structures emphasizing clean lines, and new constructions that embrace contemporary design while paying homage to the old. The final stretch. Our final stretch takes us up into the Oakland Hills, where we approach Swainland Road, a serene retreat from the hustle and bustle of downtown Oakland. This road winds gently through residential enclaves, offering a glimpse into one of Oakland's most desirable neighborhoods. Along the way, the lush canopy of mature trees, well-manicured gardens, and hillside homes create an atmosphere of quiet sophistication. Many of these properties boast stunning views of the Bay Area, with the city skyline and the Golden Gate Bridge visible in the distance on clear days. Swainland Road itself is steeped in local lore. Established in the mid-20th century, it has become synonymous with upscale living in Oakland. The homes here are an eclectic mix of architectural styles, from classic ranch-style residences that evoke the nostalgia of post-war optimism to modern, sustainable homes that reflect the city's forward-thinking spirit. Walking, or in our case, driving, along Swainland Road feels like a journey through time. Every turn reveals another chapter of Oakland's rich residential history. Beyond the impressive architecture and serene natural surroundings, this stretch of road tells the story of Oakland's transformation. In the decades following World War II, Oakland experienced a population boom, leading to rapid suburban development in the hills. Swainland Road became a symbol of this growth, representing both opportunity and the desire for a harmonious balance between urban amenities and natural beauty. Over time, it has attracted professionals, families, and artists alike, people who are drawn to its peaceful ambiance and the promise of a community that values both tradition and innovation. As we near our destination, the drive on Swainland Road takes on a reflective quality. The quieter lanes, interspersed with occasional views of open spaces and well-tended gardens, invite us to pause and appreciate the blend of modernity and history that defines Oakland's residential charm. It's a reminder that even as the city evolves and grows, there remains a profound respect for its roots, a respect for the streets, neighborhoods, and landscapes that have shaped its identity, reflecting on our journey. Finally, as we pull into our destination on Swainland Road, we pause to take in the full panorama of our drive. Our journey from the storied hills of Berkeley to the dynamic neighborhoods of Oakland has been more than just a change in scenery. It has been an exploration of the very soul of the East Bay. We began amid the historic elegance of Cragmont Avenue, where the echoes of early architectural pioneers still linger. We then ascended the majestic Grizzly Peak Boulevard, a road whose name recalls the lost era of California grizzlies and the indomitable spirit of the wild. From there, we descended past the lush expanses of Tilden Regional Park, witnessing nature's reclaiming of urban space and the resilient beauty of non-native eucalyptus groves. We braved the engineering marvel of the Caldecott Tunnel, a lifeline built to overcome the rugged terrain and connect communities. And finally, we immersed ourselves in the vibrant mosaic of Oakland's neighborhoods. Every segment of this journey tells a story. The drive itself is a narrative, a moving collage of history, culture, architecture, and nature. It's a reminder that in the East Bay, every block has a tale, every road holds a memory, and every view invites reflection. Whether you're a longtime local or a curious visitor, the drive from Cragmont to Swainland encapsulates the essence of what makes this region so special. I encourage you to reflect on the history we've explored today, the struggles, the triumphs, and the enduring spirit of communities that have grown and evolved alongside these roads. As you think back on the imagery of sunlit boulevards, shaded canopies, and the interplay of urban and natural beauty, consider how these elements shape not just our landscape, but our collective identity. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Spin the Block. If you enjoyed this immersive journey through the heart of the East Bay, please hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more explorations of our local streets and hidden gems. What neighborhoods or historical routes do you want us to uncover next? Your suggestions drive our next adventure. Until next time, remember, every block has a story, every street has a past, and every drive is an opportunity to rediscover the magic of our home. Keep exploring, keep learning, and above all, keep spinning the block.